Cartoon Network is an Indian television channel available on Dish TV, Tata Sky, Airtel Digital TV and other major Indian satellite and cable television providers. Distributed by Turner Broadcasting System specifically for the South Asian region, the channel primarily airs animated shows in 4 different languages: Hindi, English, Tamil and Telugu. It is based on the original American version of the channel and started airing on May 1, 1995 as the first kids channel in India. History. Cartoon Network started broadcast in India in 1995 as a dual channel, with Cartoon Network initially operating from 5:30 am to 5:30 pm and Turner Classic Movies taking up the remainder of the daily schedule. Later the time slice of Cartoon Network was increased up to 9 pm. On July 1, 2001, Cartoon Network India became a separate 24-hour channel which broadcasts in India, Nepal, Bhutan. In 2004, a separate feed of the channel dedicated to Pakistani and Bangladeshi viewers was started. Programs broadcast on this feed are different from the Indian feed. It has a translation in some areas. The channel was basically a relay version of Cartoon Network India in the start, which is not the case now. Cartoon Network India is the only channel which aired the English-dubbed version of Heidi in 2001. This show has not premiered on any other Cartoon Network channel worldwide. 1990s, the channel first broadcast on May 1, 1995 as a dual channel, with Cartoon Network operating from 5:30 am to 5:30 pm and Turner Classic Movies taking up the remainder of the daily schedule. On July 1, 2001, Cartoon Network India became a separate 24-hour channel, with exclusive local feeds for India, Nepal, and Bhutan. It originally aired only Hanna-Barbera cartoons such as The Yogi Bear Show, Top Cat, The Flintstones, Scooby-Doo etc. The channel quickly started to develop though, airing for the first time MGM cartoons in 1996, and Warner Brothers shows in 1997. In 1998, Cartoon Network started to air its first original shows, however the Moxie show was soon cancelled. On January 1, 1999, the channel started to offer Hindi-dubbed versions of their content of programs such as Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, SWAT Kats, The Radical Squadron, The Mask, the animated series, The Addams Family, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, Captain Planet and certain other select programs. In August 22, 1999, the channel received a rebrand, introducing new bumpers, new shows and a new Powerhouse theme. The new shows for 1999 were its original shows Dexter's Laboratory, Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel, Ed, Ed Eddie and Johnny Bravo. The following year, 2000, saw even more Cartoon Network originals being introduced, including the Powerpuff Girls, Mike, Lou and Dog and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Some of these shows were not produced by Cartoon Network. 2000s, in February 2000, the channel has then decided to offer Tamil dubbed versions of their content. In 2001, the rate of new Cartoon Network originals kept going, with Sheep in the Big City, Time Squad and Samurai Jack being brought in. Due to the large number of Cartoon Network originals that were on Cartoon Network, they decided to name these shows Cartoons, which led to the Friday night block Cartoon Fridays being introduced to India later in 2001. In 2000, Cartoon Network India aired the English-dubbed version of Heidi, Girl of the Alps. This show has not made its debut on any other channel in English including Cartoon Network Worldwide. Also in 2001, Cartoon Network introduced other programming blocks including Toonami, Acme Hour, Prime Time, Boomerang and Cartoon Network After Dark. Cartoon Network's Toonami block aired the American version of the cult Japanese anime Dragon Ball Z for the first time in India in the same year. 2002 saw more cartoons introduced including Grim and Evil, Whatever Happened to Robot Jones? And Codename, Kids Next Door. Grim and Evil eventually spun off into 2 separate series, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Evil Konkani. Justice League and Amucha Lusha also debuted on Cartoon Network in 2002. In 2003, There were no new Cartoon Network original shows added to the schedule, but there were several new programming blocks and non-cartoon cartoons added. The programming blocks include Boomer Action and Tiny TV. Shows added to the lineup in 2003 include The Mask, the animated series, Poker Copyright Mon, Digimon, and X-Men, Evolution. In 2004, the channel introduced Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, a completely new program to debut that year. Programming blocks introduced in 2004 include Fridays and Eyeballs A Go-Go. Also, 2005 was the year that the Boomerang programming block was made into a TV channel which is not available in India. In 2005, the bumpers were replaced with 3D animations of the CN city that all the Cartoon Network toons lived in. Show-specific bumpers were replaced with 3D animations of a well-known scene from the particular show. The retro checkerboard logo was replaced with the new CN City-style logo of today. In 2006, several new Cartoon Network originals premiered, including Robot Boy, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee, Camp Lazlo, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi, My Gym Partner's a Monkey and Squirrel Boy. The Cartoons moniker previously used for Cartoon Network originals was also dropped in 2006. It also started the anime series Beyblade, on June 3, 2005, which enjoyed N0.1 or number 2 position in the kids genre, along with Poker Copyright Mon, while the channel continued to air new episodes and seasons from Beyblade and Poker Copyright Mon, and their movies, which continued to rank number 1 and number 2 in the kids genre. On October 10, 2007, Cartoon Network started the brand new series Ben 10, which became an instant hit in India, and soon started to have a large fan following in India. It is now one of the largest licensed characters in India. On August 31, 2008, the format of Cartoon Network's commercials changed. They also changed the name of Cartoon Network Theatre to Cartoon Network Popcorn, with the major visual theme being recurring dynamic lines. Later in 2009, Cartoon Network began to air Dragon Ball, the prequel to Dragon Ball Z, for the first time in India. On December 11, 2009, Cartoon Network began to air the next series in the Ben 10 franchise, Ben 10, Alien Force. Cartoon Network also aired new movies from Ben 10. Cartoon Network started the third series in the hit Ben 10 franchise, Ben 10, Ultimate Alien, on 10/10. New Beyblade series, Beyblade, Metal Fusion, began to air in 2010 to 2011, on Fridays and Saturdays, from 4 to 5 p.m., 2011 Euro present. On October 1, 2011, at 9 a.m. during the Amazing World of Gumball premiere, Cartoon Network introduced its new branding and logo. Designed by Brand New School, it makes heavy use of the black and white checkerboard motif, as well as CMYK color variations and patterns. The slogan "It's a Fun Thing" was also introduced. As the slogan suggests, comedy programs began to occupy most of the time slots. While initially, Tom and Jerry made up most of the time slots, later when Oggy and the Cockroaches was started in India in July 2012, CN began to air it hours together each day, which even continues in 2014. Though CN mostly aired comedy shows, action shows like Beyblade, Metal Fusion, and its following seasons, aired initially in the evening time slot, and later at night time slot, 9 p.m. It also aired Dragon Ball Z at late night time slot. CN started the fourth series in the hit Ben 10 franchise, Ben 10, Omniverse, on November 26, 2012. Starting from the new era, It's a Fun Thing, CN began to air shows without providing any information through airings on the channel, like on-air promos and bumpers. Thundercats, Beyblade Metal Masters new episodes, and Beyblade Metal Fury, Scooby-Doo. Mystery Incorporated was started with no information about air date and timings on the channel, and information present only on TV schedules. Animated shows like Green Lantern, the animated series, DreamWorks Dragons, Scooby-Doo. Mystery Incorporated, the Looney Tunes show, Thundercats started to air, but for some reason all of these shows aired only till the first season, and the second season hasn't been aired yet. CN shifted the hit series Poker Copyright Mon to its sister channel, in 2011, having aired till the 11th season, but later brought it back on CN in 2014, starting from the 14th season. Poker copyright Mon, Black and White, CN Plus. In 2014, Cartoon Network partnered with Tata Sky to launch an active service called CN Plus. The service is available every day for about €1 2 hours. It airs select episodes from hit programs such as Ben 10, and related series, Beyblade, Metal Fusion, and related series, Cartoon Network original shows like The Amazing World of Gumball, League of Super Evil, Tom and Jerry, and related series, Ed, Ed and Eddie, and movies from Ben 10, Poker copyright Mon among others. Programming. In its lifespan, the channel has aired a number of popular animated shows mainly from the WB Vault and the Cartoon Network studios. Classic Hanna-Barbera shows like The Flintstones, Top Cat, The Centurions, SWAT Cats, The Radical Squadron, The Yogi Bear Show, Josie and the Pussycats, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Johnny Quest, The Jetsons, The Huckleberry Hound Show, The Addams Family, What a Cartoon Show, Wacky Races, Adamant and Space Ghost. Coast to Coast are no longer available on Cartoon Network since the launch of the separate TV channel Boomerang. Interestingly, Boomerang is not available in India on most platforms, making these shows along with many other classic greats hard to get. External links: Cartoon Network Indian official website, Cartoon Network Indian official mobile version website, Cartoon Network Indian official Facebook page, Cartoon Network Indian official YouTube channel. References